Okay, so I wasn't going to continue making videos about the Delphi case. Maybe one or two here and there, but for the most part, I wanted to avoid it because of all the bias that's coming out, all the people that are dead set convinced that Richard Allen is innocent, and they won't even look at any evidence from the trial unless it proves that Richard Allen is innocent, and just all this circus crap that's going on. But I feel the need to speak out about one particular thing, one really nasty rumour that's raised its head again and has no solid foundation whatsoever. And that is this insane notion that Kelsey, Libby's sister, was responsible for what happened to the girls. Now, seriously, if you believe that, then have you had like a frontal lobotomy or something? You must be completely touched in the head. Clearly, people who believe that are struggling with the simple concept of being rational. People who think that don't know how to use critical thinking. Basically, if you believe that, I'm sorry, but you're a little bit dim. And not only that, but you're re-victimising a family that's gone through hell. How can I be certain? I am 100% certain that Kelsey had nothing to do with what happened to her sister. Okay, some people are going, well, you know, they say her car left, but how do we know that she left in her car? Hello, there is video evidence. Law enforcement have video evidence of Kelsey dropping the girls off and leaving again. Let's talk about alibis. Kelsey then went to her boyfriend's house. She dropped the girls off while she was on the way to her boyfriend's house. And she was at her boyfriend's house until she went to work. So, how can you explain that? Okay? Sure, one of Kelsey's hairs was found in one of the girls' hands. Don't forget that Kelsey had actually loaned a jumper to Abby. Becky was concerned about the girls going out there without jumpers. When they were in the car, Kelsey asked them about jumpers, and Abby didn't have one, so Kelsey had one in the back seat of her car, which she said, here, take this one. It's not rocket science, people. And what motive would Kelsey have? Those girls were best friends. I saw someone say, oh, well, you know, Kelsey was lapping up getting the attention. No, Kelsey was extremely anxious for well over a year, probably 18 months. I can't remember when it was that she first started coming out and speaking out on behalf of the family. Why did she do so? Because those girls came from such a close-knit family, and it was taking its toll on Becky and Mike. Becky had cancer. Kelsey, heading into college, decided to step up and be the spokesperson for the family, because Becky wasn't in a position to do so at that point in time. So Kelsey stepped up because she loved her sister so much that she wanted to see justice served. She cared for Abby because Abby was almost part of the family. Abby was always at their place. Abby was a close friend of her sister. So, of course, she was going to speak out. And when she first started speaking out and doing interviews, she was terrified. And you only have to look at the difference from when she first started doing interviews to a few years down the track when she was becoming more confident. And you can see the difference. She was so nervous doing interviews at first, but she was doing it because someone in the family needed to be the spokesperson. They wanted to get the case seen, and boy did they get the case seen. She was speaking out because her grandparents, who she lived with and who she dearly loved, needed a break. They couldn't continue the fight at that point in time, so Kelsey took it on. Kelsey lost her sister and her best friend. Those girls had a rough start in life. They had to live with their grandparents because their own parents were struggling in life. Yes, their father did live with them, with Mike and Becky, so they had that relationship there. Their mother was thousands of kilometres away, or miles, as you would say in America. They didn't have a great relationship with their mother because of her own personal issues. The closest thing that those two girls had was each other. They loved their grandparents. They loved their father. They loved their aunt. They loved their mother and their half-siblings. But the thing for both of them was that they loved each other. They were best friends. Kelsey has said that so many times. And I find it utterly disgusting that people could be starting this rumour again. There's no foundation for that rumour whatsoever. Do you honestly think that if a family member had been responsible for what happened to those girls, that the law enforcement who were investigating wouldn't have figured that out pretty damn quickly? Of course they would. I have no idea why this rumour has started again. But I'm going to say, any creators who are perpetuating this rumour, shame on you. You should not be on YouTube or TikTok or whatever forum it is that you use. You are re-victimising a family that have gone through the worst kind of hell imaginable. How dare you do that? How dare anybody put this young lady through this kind of crap? And you know what? Kelsey is attending this trial right now while she is pregnant with her second child. And I hope to goodness that these people who are perpetuating this crap stop before they cause harm to Kelsey's unborn child. Because if that happens, you are the scum of the earth. And I honestly hope that if God forbid that did happen, that the family go after anyone who has put the spotlight on Kelsey in this way. Because you deserve whatever comes at you. Now I know this is a little bit more forceful than what I'm usually like on my videos, but I feel really passionate about this. Like I said, anyone with half a brain can see that Kelsey had nothing to do with this. You just need to use common sense, logic, a little bit of critical thinking. Use your brain, folks. Don't be such a moron. This is no conspiracy. The German family, none of them have lied in this case. And to accuse them of this, particularly now, do you have any idea what kind of hell they must be going through right now with this trial? This is bringing back everything that they went through 7.5 years ago. And the frustration that all of us are feeling, because we are concerned about whether or not there will be justice for these girls. Imagine that if that was your own family. This case is not entertainment. This isn't some TV show. This is people's real lives. You are talking about a young lady who lost her sister, her best friend, whose world was turned upside down, who suffered so much from anxiety that she spent, I don't know how long, but a really long period of time sleeping on the floor in her grandparents' room because she was so traumatised after her sister died that she could not sleep alone in her own room. And that is something that went on for a very long time. So it needs to stop now. If you are a content creator and people are making comments in your videos about Kelsey or Derek or any other family member, you need to delete those comments. You need to block those trolls. And if you are one of those people who is making those comments, you need to think long and hard about what you are doing. Stop re-victimising a family that has gone through the worst kind of hell. How would you feel in their position? It's not right. It needs to stop. Start focusing on what is important in this case, and that is real justice for Abby and Libby.